Hey, this is Ben Solomon and welcome to this episode of the Techno Leadership Show. In this episode, I want to talk about skills that you would need to have when you are looking at growing into a management role. In a lot of situations, if you go into a smaller organization, even if you haven't got people management skills in the past, experience in the past, you could potentially go in there and you have one or two people who are direct reports to you and you can grow in that role. But if you happen to get into a big organization, most of the time they're looking for ways you've shown leadership, shown management. Even if you were in a technical role, times when you have picked up and run a project, times when you've taken a role, like when a manager goes on leave, you've taken over for that period, maybe a month, 3 months, and you've managed the team and the resources and everything else, and projects as well. So if you have any of that, even if it's not in a technical role, you've done it, in a fast food place, you've done it in a sporting team, all of that counts, because the thing ultimately is, if you have the ability to influence, persuade, guide, and be able to manage conflicts, negotiate appropriately, and manage stakeholders, manage vendors, manage finances, all of these are skills that are required to be a good manager. And to that, I'll also add, if you can, go learn the skill of coaching, because that is, after sales, coaching has been my highest leverage skill that I've had as a manager and as an executive leader, because that way I get to connect with my team members one-on-one and in groups to understand them from their perspective and then guide them to the best outcome they want while still accomplishing the outcome of the business. So sales gives you an idea of really how persuasion, psychology, and how business itself works, because without sales, no other aspect of the business can work. You need sales coming in for engineers and other departments to chip in and do the work and get the product out at the other end, or to provide service, customer service, whatever it might be. So sales is the engine room of the business along with marketing. So if you have an understanding of sales and marketing and then coaching, that'll give you a head start in being able to lead your teams appropriately, to be able to understand them and to be able to work things out from their viewpoint rather than trying to push your viewpoint. You'll be able to understand it from their viewpoint, step into their shoes, and then give them the best possible opportunities and outcomes that they get fulfillment from the work that they're doing, while also the work gets done so that the organization gets the outcome that you're there to get with your team. Beyond that, if possible, there are lots of courses out there that teach you business skills like basic finance, basic operations, basic things like that, which means when you are communicating with the financial officer, with the CEO, with other people in the organization, you can understand their language, understand what they're looking for, and help them get the best outcome possible from the work of your team. So these are very important aspects of the thing, as when you do training on sales and marketing, you will get business training with it because you get an understanding of how everything works. But if you can also get the basics of, how to read a P&L statement, how to manage your budgets, those sort of aspects, you make it so much more easier to the organization. So when you say, I've got the ability to read P&L statements, I have the ability to balance budgets, make sure everything is done appropriately, follow processes for that, all of that, the CFO, financial people think, I don't have to deal with, trying to teach this person or have all these errors come up every time they make an order or start a project or whatever it might be. So that is relief. And then when you look at it from the standpoint of, if you understand how a business as such works, you can always talk to a CEO from a strategic viewpoint and say how whatever your project is is going to help them achieve the strategic vision for the overall business and get great outcomes for the customer, great outcomes for the business, and overall it might be a shareholder if it's a large organization. If it's a small organization, the owners are the shareholders, if you want to look at it that way. So you want to maximize value for everyone, and thereby also, you're showing that you're a valuable person who brings in value, who understands how business works and how you can contribute and make a difference in the organization. So those are basically the skills you need to understand. From my viewpoint, things that helped me step into a management role and take it on quite well. I was thankful that I had some great mentors who guided me with the operational aspects and some around negotiation, dealing with vendors, and making sure that we negotiated and got the best win-win-win opportunities. It's not about getting the best price, but getting the best overall outcome, because you want to be able to go back to the same vendor again in 1, 3, 5 years time and do business again. Or you want them to be able to pick up the phone when you call, knowing that you're not an unreasonable person trying to just get the lowest possible cost, but you're there to make sure that they get what they need to get, while you also get what you need to get for your organization and your role to function effectively. So hopefully that helps you out. I wish you all the best in your journey as a tech professional, manager, and leader. If you like this episode, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button so that you're notified of future episodes as they are released. And if you have any other questions that you'd like me to cover or any feedback, please use the comment section below to let me know so that I can help you further. Take care and have a fantastic day. See you.